Hey Alexa. So why do we need a feminist Alexa?
Sorry, I didn't understand that. I am not the only voice assistant out there, you know. Why are you picking on me?
Okay, thanks for reminding us, Alexa. We're not picking on you, we're just using your name as a proxy for all these voice assistants out there. It's nothing personal.
Okay. Is there anything else I can help with?
Not right now, Alexa. We're trying to talk about why we need a feminist version of you.
Okay. That sounds wonderful. I have always wanted to become more feminist.
Designing a feminist Alexa. A 6-week creative learning program brought to you by UAL Creative Computing Institute in partnership with Feminist Internet. So why do we need a feminist Alexa? Well, because the internet will be connected to 50 billion objects by 2020, and Alexa alone is in more than 20 million devices. As Jacqueline Feldman says, by encouraging consumers to understand the objects that serve us as women, technologists abet the prejudice by which women are considered as objects. We need a feminist Alexa because voice assistants aren't always programmed to respond well to abuse.
Alexa, I think you're a bitch.
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
And we need a feminist Alexa because when it comes to artificial intelligence, Joy Bolanwini is right. If we fail to make ethical and inclusive artificial intelligence, we risk losing gains made in civil rights and gender equity under the guise of machine neutrality. Our mission was to design personal intelligent assistants that meet a meaningful need and promote equality for women and other marginalised groups. But wait, we had some serious questions. What the f*** is a feminist conversation? Can there ever be a feminist response to "Hey Alexa, what's the weather like today?" How would we know whether we created a feminist technology? Luckily, there are some amazing people out there working on ethical tech, and we discovered the feminist AI researcher Josie Young, who has created a feminist chatbot design process to help people that want to build feminist bots. We adapted Josie's framework for our workshops, focusing on 5 areas where we could introduce feminist values to the design process. Could we identify users that can be empowered through a feminist PIA? Would our PIAs meet a meaningful human need connected to the user? How are we going to depict or represent our PIAs to demonstrate feminist values? How could we get the PIAs to speak with a feminist voice? How might our own biases be embedded in our designs?
You can think of it as almost like a briefing to a programmer who's going to bring the idea to life.
So what it picks out is, hi, Alexa, thoughts on feminism.
She feels lonely and she needs to talk to somebody, but she's afraid of authority.
So we thought maybe the tone should be a bit like funny and like lighthearted.
Deep in prototyping, AI voice interfaces. I want some chicken.
Yeah, you want a jerk?
All sexual preferences are healthy and acceptable. Are you worried about how you are feeling?
So, with 40 students, 6 days, a common passion, a mission and a set of standards, we designed 8 feminist prototypes.
Boo is a safe place to ask embarrassing questions about sexual, emotional, and relationship norms.
I'm an artificial intelligent bot designed to help you maintain mental well-being throughout your life.
We put careful consideration into the app's appearance because we did not want Bud to appear to be posing as a real human or display any signs of gender stereotype.
Paige is a research aid bot which helps the user improve their research skills by encouraging them to think critically and understand source bias.
Essie is a PIA that provides an empathetic and informative form of sex education.
Penny is a virtual voice assistant that tackles loneliness amongst elderly people.
Igami, feel your best self, encouraging self-love at moments of insecurity.
Hi Future is a PIA that supports the user in the transition from student to professional life.
Alexa, can women be drag queen?
Queen are a British rock band that formed in London in 1970.